What's up, my YouTubers, and welcome to Prison Talk Tuesday. All right, so I have a few things to say for my intro first. One, the things I say in this video is not only the things based on my own opinion, but a few others as well. I will not be using names except for a few of my friends that I have made, but this is the raw truth, and so let's begin. All right, so we've already went through week 1, 2, and 3, and we are now into week 4. And the first thing I want to talk about is the outside boxes. When I say outside boxes, I mean that your family or friends or yourself can order from Union Supply. And you can order clothing, you can order shoes, you can order food boxes, hygiene boxes. Now, I think they did do away with the boxes where you can order like just all ramen noodles or just all like drink packages, but we do have boxes that come out like every 3 months, I think it is, or every 2 months. I have my papers that I will show you. Basically, when your family goes online to Union Supply, I have my list here that is, let's see, which one is this one? So I guess it doesn't really matter if I show you the address or anything because it's prison. So, but yeah, so Jim had ordered me some armored socks. This is the receipt from it. This receipt comes in the box as you get them. This was 3 black socks. And then I ordered some shoes. I don't have the magazine where the shoes came in, but this is the shoes I ordered. They were super comfortable. They felt like Vans. I've never heard of Cortlands before, and I actually don't have them with me anymore to show you guys. I think I might have thrown them out because I kept them until I came out of prison, but I was using them to do yard work, so they're either outside because I have to wash them off or I don't have them. But if I do find them and I remember, I can show you guys later. But then you just get a receipt from the prison. When you receive your box, this is what's in there, and then you sign it. And then when I'm talking about the other boxes, like the food and hygiene boxes, this is what I mean. So you get a form kind of like this, and it tells you all the prisons all over the state that you can order them from, and your family. And then this is the inside. And this is the back. Now, I have no idea if you yourself can actually order these from prison. I obviously haven't tried. I'm pretty sure you can, but I wouldn't think you would be able to because you don't have any way of paying for it. But either way, basically you just check off what you want, like how many items you want and stuff. And then when you do receive the box, you get your receipt like this. And obviously you can see I wrote all over it. But this was the first box I received from Jim. He did not really know what I wanted because I just kind of sent the box home. And so he just ordered me stuff, which was great. I did get hygiene stuff, which was great, and then some other things. Then, let's see, that you had to order the box. Let's see. First date order was Wednesday, January 3rd. Last date order was February 2nd. So basically, as soon as I got out of reception, I had to send this home, which is great because I borrowed a stamp from somebody and I sent this home so he could send this out because you have to order by that date or else you don't get your box. And then on the very, very back of the part, it says that all packages will be shipped in a shortly following order period, and they'll be ordered by March or on or before March 18th. So you have between Wednesday, January 3rd and Friday, February 2nd to order, and then you will receive your boxes by March 18th. And I think this box did come on time if I remember right. But then I also had this one, which was April's box. And this one, I did not order anything. I think we didn't have money or something at the time. And then I have one now the boxes do change each letter. So you have to pay attention because not everything is on the same thing. They have some basic general things that stay, like some of the coffee stays, but they do add like espresso. If there's a holiday coming up like Christmas, they do Christmas boxes or like the Thanksgiving boxes. So this the April one was March 18th through April 19th to order, and then June 3rd is when you got them. And then we have Wednesday, June 5th through Friday, July 5th. And August 19th is when you would get this one. And that one was my really, really big box. Since I was getting out November 1st, I was trying to do my big box in the July box. Unfortunately, he had lost, I think, the July one, like these, the order forms. So he ordered me a really big one of the August box, which was great because it lasted me all the way up until I left, but still. And then the one I did not get because obviously I was leaving was September 1st to October 4th, and you would receive that one November 18th. And that was your holiday box. When you do get your box, basically what you do is you bring your ID. Since I was in a new building, if you were in the main campus, they would call over the intercom which dorm has to come up and get your box. And then you take your ID, you go up there, you show them your ID, you sign a receipt, and then you check your box to make sure your order is correct. Some people got like a couple things, some people got a ton of things. It really just depends. There is a order limit. I think it's like 150 or something like that. Let's see. There is an order limit of, I want to say the order limit is 150. It says on our posters there, but I don't, it's 150 per order. So if you have a couple people ordering for you, I'm pretty sure you can get more than 150. You just have to send out all the forms, or you can tell them online. But yeah, the clothing and like the socks, you can order t-shirts, you can order long sleeve shirts. You cannot wear the t-shirts or the long sleeve shirts outside of your dorm area. You do have to wear your prison uniform shirt. You can, however, if you have long sleeves and it's wintertime or fall and you're cold, you can wear your long sleeves underneath your colors, but they have to be able to see your colors. And then you can wear your t-shirts, underneath your shirt as well. I think they have shorts as well, but I'm not really sure. I didn't really look into it. Again, I don't have that magazine because that magazine is very, very limited. And once people get that magazine, it kind of like goes fast. And then we have our information sheets. So when you get to prison, and of course, me, you have all of the information sheets. You have like the chaplain greeting card sheet. If you write to them, they will give you a couple different greeting cards. If you want like birthday cards, anniversary cards, Mother's Day cards, or anything like that, you can write to them. They will send them to you with an envelope, not a stamp though, but they'll just randomly send you one. If you say, like, hey, I have a child whose birthday is going to be 5, they'll try to find a kid's card. So that's really cool. Then you have the craft approval sheet. Now, this was very, very specific. You had to have one of these filled out, turned in, and signed by an officer to have any type of like yarn or anything. There is a yarn kit that somebody, your family, friends, whatever, can order. It has to be approved, and it has to have like plastic tools. There is a sign. There should be a sign. I know in my dorm there was a sign that said exactly what craft approval box you can buy and where from. And like this one, you cannot have craft items, jewelry of any kind, headbands, pillows, bags of any kind, dream catchers, rugs, wallets, bottle holders, booties, or slippers. You can have one shower basket and one locker bag. So let's say you can have a shower caddy and a locker bag. And when I mean like a shower caddy, something to take it to shower with you, holding your items, and then a locker bag, obviously, that's something that hangs up to put all your stuff in. Jewelry, people were making rings. I mean, let's just face it, people were making headbands. Now, you can get stopped for contraband, not often, but I mean, it really just depends on the guard, to be honest. But let's say you're ordering the yarn box, you literally have to put down on the list of colors, like every individual color that you were going to order of yarn. So if you want, like, you can't just put yarn blocks. You have to put teal, black, blue, etc., etc. I mean, it's a little excessive, but they do that because they don't want somebody to, you know. But yeah, this is what this looks like. You do have to keep this sheet on you at all times in your locker or somewhere, because they do random locker checks. And if you have craft items in your locker without this, yeah. Now, if somebody does make you a locker bag or a shower basket, I think there's a way that you can write to, it's like a 160 or something like that. I can't remember the actual code for it, but you can write and say, hey, I think you have to send one of these in to say that you have one from somebody. A lot of people are making stuffed animals for people or people at home. A lot of people do make blankets. You can have a blanket. I don't know why they say no dream catchers. I think it's because I don't know, because like dream catchers are part of the Native American group. I don't know, but whatever. Pillows obviously you can have, but yeah, that's that. And then you have the cosmetology list. So this is which is actually the cosmetology list. These prices kind of changed. Now, when I was there, cosmetology was not open. They were doing classes, but they did not open the Cosmo back up until I was almost leaving, so I did not get my hair done before I left. But, you know, it's really simple. You fill it out, you turn it in, and then here's the back of it. And then you just, if you don't have the money for anything, there is a free cut pooling, I think. But usually you have to have the money in there. I don't know how it works because it was closed, so I can't even tell you, like, if you go there and you want, like, braids or dreads, like, that's one of the examples on here. I'm pretty sure that they make you pay before you get it done, but I don't know. So, if you ever are in prison there, that's that. And then this, I know I talked in, I think week 2, I think I talked about the requisition, but this is your requisition form, because you're only allowed a certain number of clothing, and if your clothing doesn't fit, or if you just want to trade it in for different, you know, a different size, or because people lose weight, people gain weight, a lot of people gain weight, obviously, but you just fill this form out, you take it to the clothing house people, and they swap it out, or they give you the new stuff. Now, like I said, you do not get any thermals or sweatshirts until you are classified, and you do not get shorts until it is springtime. You do not get, you always have a jacket, but you don't get a raincoat or shorts until it's springtime. So I think that happens in April 1st, I want to say. So you have, I think, between April 1st and October 1st, you can wear shorts. And they're like basketball shorts. I mean, they're not the most comfortable thing. And every time you walk, you hear swish, 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 swish. But, you know. Then you have your general offender request form, you know, so if you need to write to anybody at any time, you know, it doesn't matter if it's chaplaincy or whatever, just fill this form out, you fold it, and then you write that person's name. We always wrote that person's name on the front of it, and then you put it in the outgoing mailbox, or if it's for a certain person, they do have their own box themselves, and you put it in that box. This is the most important paper in the entire world right here. This is the one form you want to, as soon as you get to prison, you want to find somebody who has a stamp and send this out. This is your visitation form. And this is the back of it. Everybody, it doesn't matter if they are an infant to a senior citizen, it does not matter. Everybody that you want to come visit you has to fill this out. If you have a child under the age of 18, they have to have a copy of their birth certificate attached to this. This paper cannot be copied at all. You have to send out the original. So in my opinion, I would send out at least a couple of them in your envelope when you send them, because you cannot print these out no more. You have to send these home. And I think that's stupid, because they used to be able to print them out, but for some reason, now they don't. When you do send these out, it varies on how long it takes to get them approved. I know, like, I was lucky and unlucky that Jim kind of forgot to send his out, because it took about two weeks, I think, about a little over 2 weeks for him to be approved. So that was nice. Normally it takes about 4 to 6 weeks. Sometimes it could take longer, just depends. And you don't have to wait for everybody to send them in. Like if you have a child that you want to see, and okay, that's another thing. If you have a child, like let's say your parents are taking care of your child, and the parents are not approved, but the child is, you have to find somebody else who's approved to bring that child in. And that has happened. I've heard some stories that like their kids are approved, obviously, but their one person or another is not approved, and so they have to figure out how to get to their kids. Also, this is very, 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 very important. Also, you want anybody to be approved. It doesn't matter who it is, because this also will then that person. Well, that person can send you money for your canteen. They can send you anybody can put money on their phone. So there's two ways to put money on the phone. First way is they have the money so anybody can call, or you can call anybody. And then they have money directly to their phone themselves. Now, the money directly to the phone themselves, I don't think they need to be approved. I think the phone to call anybody, they do need to be approved. But you want this because then they can send you canteen money. They can come visit. The boxes, though, you do not have to have an approved person to send you boxes. Anybody can send you boxes. But that visitation form, as soon as you can, find somebody with a stamp and send those out. That's very important. Then you have your mental health services. So if you have any major, mental health services or whatever, if you have any requests, like if you want to start a medication, stop a medication, if you just want to, like, whatever, fill this out, turn it in. And then you have the tennis shoes and reading glasses. There are, this form is, so I know like some people get special shoes. That's what I was going to say. The special shoes, I think you have to go through the Robin unit, which is the medical center, to get the special shoes. So I never used this form. I just saw it, and this is just one of the forms. So, it made identification cards. So if you lose your ID or it breaks or whatever, this is what, I think they charge you $10 for the first one, and then like $20 or $30 for the second, etc. cards. You do have to have your ID on you at all times. And there's a lot of times where if you didn't have your ID, even though you knew your inmate number, they may not let you eat lunch, which I think is stupid. But it depends on the guard. Again, it depends on the guard. Some guards are really like strict. You have to have your ID or else you can't eat lunch. It doesn't matter. Go back to your dorm and find it. But most of the time, if you have your inmate number, that's fine. And then I don't really know what this one is because I didn't use this one, but this is this. And, and then your sick calls. So your sick calls. Sick calls are $5, depending on the sick call, and it depends on what you need. Sick calls are almost, I kind of say, useless. Not only do they charge you $5 to $10, depending on the sick call, unless it's an emergency. Now, my advice is, if you do fill out a sick call, let's say a lot of people have teeth problems, right? Obviously, a lot of people have teeth problems, and they get to a point where their teeth hurt so much, and they don't want to fill out a sick call to get like Tylenol or ibuprofen or anything, and whatever. An emergency sick call won't charge you because it's an emergency, and they have to see you within a certain amount of time. I have had some people, or seen some people who fill out the emergency sick call form because of their tooth, and they've waited like a week. So sick calls are kind of like first come, first serve type of basis. And it depends on how severe your case is. Some people go there because, heartburn, they run out of medication, their medication's not working. There's a whole bunch of different reasons. The flu, COVID was going around. So when I was there, I never got it. Two of my bunkmates got it, which is weird because I was on top bunk and my two bottom bunkmates got COVID and I never got it. That's beside the point. I'm pretty sure that's all of the forms. Let's see here. That's pretty much most of the forms. And then we have mail. So we have GTLMS text behind, free books, and okay, so GTL and text behind are two of the apps that your people who are approved will need. Text behind is so you can receive, let's see, I think text behind, I can't, one of them is for the phone and one of them is for the tablet, like to receive messages and stuff. So you can text message your people on the tablet. You do have to have money on the tablet to do that. And the tablet prices, they vary. You have prices per minute. You have a $10 package or $15 package. The $10 package, in my opinion, is a better package. They have the only difference between the $15 and the $10 package is the $15 has premium movies, and they have like a Pandora radio station. I mean, that's the $10 package is so much better because they have a ton of more games. It works. The only other difference is that the $15 package has GTL, so you can message your people. You do have to pay for those messages, though. So every time that your family or friends send you a message, it's like 25 cents or something like that per message. But you can receive messages through the text behind app in the $10 package. So it's not like it's a big deal. I don't remember at the moment if you need to buy. I think the messages are free. I want to say the messaging part is free, and your people just have to have the money to send like the stuff. So that way, if you you can no longer receive actual mail, and you can no longer receive actual pictures. Everything is through the tablet. So they basically open your mail, scan it, put it on your tablet, and send it to you. And it's funny because sometimes letters are cut off. The pictures do come in black and white. There is no way to print out the pictures anymore, which is kind of stupid. So I don't know if they're ever going to change that, but yeah, that's just that. They do have a ton of free books on the tablet, or you can pay the package and get some other books. But I read a couple free books and they were fun. The geese, our pet geese. So we have a family or a flock of geese that like to stay in the normal, the main part of the prison, and they are supposed to be protected by the wildlife. Now, here's the thing: these geese are protected by the wildlife conserver, whatever it's called, right? Conservation, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. And they are not supposed to harm these geese. Why these geese don't leave, we don't know. I guess in the past, people have tried to remove the geese and they've always come back. But when you have people throwing food out of, on the grounds or trash, why would the geese leave? But the guards like to go after the geese and injure them or harm them. When it's egg season, when the geese want to lay eggs, they are told to go around and destroy the eggs. Yes. Now, this is what I mean by this prison needs to be shut down, or somebody needs to come and rescue these geese. There has been several calls made on this prison about injuring these geese and destroying their eggs because they are not supposed to do that. They are protected. It is a crime to harm these geese, and they're doing it because they don't care. And I understand that they don't want more geese with eggs and babies walking around, but yeah. So if you got to this part of the video and you want to do something about that, make sure to call, I don't know who to call, animal control, wildlife conservatory, something, and get this prison in trouble because they're not supposed to harm these geese. It is a crime. They are protected, but has anybody done anything like that? Probably not. Oh, here we go. The tablet time for the phones are $10, $8, and $15. That's what it was. Now, so if you get in trouble, it's a $10 write-up, and then obviously you get locked up if it's a bad enough crime. They charge you pretty much right and left in prison. I mean, for every single possible thing. Now, you're probably wondering, well, if I go in there and I have no money, you rack up bills, and guess what? If you get out, they'll never see that money, ever, because unless you get back in prison. But if you get back in prison within 5 years, it'll just accumulate. And I don't know how they ever find out people. Anyways, basically, you never have to pay for anything. However, if you do have money coming in on your canteen, it will automatically come out. It might take a day. It might take a week. But just remember that if you have a sick call, if you get a write-up, if you do anything, that money's gone. So be aware of that. The C dorm layout. Okay, yeah. So the dorm room that I had moved into, which was called the senior citizen hospice dorm, whatever, transition dorm. Basically, it's all literally one unit. You had a wall in the middle. You had the B side and the A side. You each have a door. You each have a day room on each side with one phone, one tablet. And the B side had the what's it called? The B side had the mops and brooms and stuff like that on their side, and we had the washer and dryer on our side, on the A side. I was on the A side. And then the bathrooms are, let's see, you have wall, day room, you have the bathrooms are here, and then you have the guard desk. So the guard desk is like literally right there at the end of the wall, and the walls are open. They do not allow you to go, if you're on the A side, they don't want you on the B side. If you're on the B side, they don't want you on the A side. Now, obviously, if you're going to lunch or something, you do have to cross over. But depending on the guard, some guards are nice and they will allow you to cross over. It really just depends. But most of the time, no. And you will get wrote up for it or yelled at or whatever else. Unless you are getting cleaning supplies or unless you're doing laundry. Other than that, you are not supposed to cross. And that was kind of stupid. Because half the time, on our side, on the A side, the phone or the tablet would be broken. So we'd have to wait. And everybody, like 60, 70 girls would have to wait for one phone because the kiosk, I'm sorry, not tablets. The kiosk was down. The kiosk was down and we had to use one phone for like 70 girls. It was horrible. Prison styles, makeup, altered clothing. I mean, that's pretty much everywhere. You will get wrote up if you have altered clothing, meaning that your jeans are like the 90s mom jeans, if that makes any sense. They are baggy. Now, if you get them tailored to be skinny jeans, you will get wrote up. But in makeup, I mean, you could buy makeup off Canteen, so that doesn't matter. The day room. So the day room had games. We had a hot water heater. We had books, the phone, the kiosk. We had one TV, which the speaker was broken on our side. So if you had to turn it up, but it would crackle. So that was fun. We did have a DVD player on both sides, so you could watch DVDs. And they would allow us to have only a certain amount of DVDs in our dorm at a time, and you can change them out. You just have to ask the guard to change them out, and it just depends on how they're feeling for that day, if they feel like changing them out or not. But you can change them out. Jobs. So you have work release, the test kitchen, DOP, the government mansion. The government mansions, you do have to be approved. You have to apply for it. You have to write a statement on why. But you can work in the government mansion. And then test kitchen and DOP, I don't know much about those. You can look. And then we have the grounds, library, laundry, canteen, and kitchen. The grounds, you have certain times of the day where you are allowed to go outside. The guards will tell you, hey, it's rec time, which means you can go outside. Or so if you want to go outside. Now, since we were in the C dorm, we were not allowed. We were only allowed right outside our dorm. Like we were on top of the hill, like right next door to the cafeteria or dining hall, whatever you want to call it. So we were only allowed in our this little square pod. That's it. And we were not allowed down the hill with everybody else at all. And if you're caught down the hill, you get rid of, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, it was kind of nice because, we'd see the geese. The only problem with the geese is that all the goose poop. But I mean, they were pretty cool. They were like our prison pets. Laundry, we kind of talked about. Laundry was on certain days. If you were on let's say A side, you had laundry Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. If you're on B side, you had it Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. And then the laundry person had off at Sundays unless they were backed up. You can volunteer to work laundry and you can get paid to work the laundry. So I don't know how much that is. And then you can get paid to do like janitor jobs around the your dorm, or around you can do groundskeeper jobs, little jobs all around the prison. And then visitation. You can only have visitations certain times a week. Your people have to have, I mean, it's kind of common sense thing. You can't wear any like certain types of colors. You can't wear logos. You can't wear hats. They have to be approved. You can do virtual visits. Basically, your person would call up and say, hey, I'm going to do a virtual visit on this day at this time. The guard at the visitation thing looks it up, sees if it's available, and then basically your person who you want to visit you does have to tell you, because they won't tell you. And then usually the guard will tell you when it's your time to go. Now, virtual visits, sometimes the guards forget about the virtual visits. If you hear anything in the background, it's because we're having meltdowns about lunchtime. But yeah, when you do go to your visits, whether it's virtual or in person, you do have to have your shirt tucked in. You cannot have your socks over your pants. And yes, that is a thing. You have to have your shirts tucked in. You have to keep your hands on the tables at all times. Now, if you're in a virtual visit, you can't touch the mouse. You can't touch the computer, whatever. It's mostly common sense things, but they can pick, I can't remember which days, if it's all days or not, but that tells you online. But on that note, I think that's everything from week 4. If I have forgotten anything, I will probably catch that up later on. Honey, I will probably catch that up later on. So any thoughts, comments, concerns, or advice, you guys can leave those below. And until week 5, you guys stay awesome. Bye. If you have been or know somebody who has been incarcerated in New Hanover County, if you have been, if you If you personally have been or know somebody who has been or is still currently incarcerated in North Carolina Correctional Institution for Women located in Raleigh, North Carolina, and would like to help do something about helping these women out, please like this video, comment below, and share this video. We need to be the voices on the outside to help these females. Please be kind to each other in the comments and stay awesome. Bye.